So, one thing I'm not a big fan of with the Affinity and Bullet necks is this pasty white looking wood. Yeah. I am going to be oiling the neck with Tru-Oil, and this is for the feel. That's going to be from here to here. But before I do that, I wanted to darken this wood a little bit. And I was going to do that with the Tru-Oil, but I've just found this knocking around in my shed. So I'm going to try a bit of this. Gloves, very important, and some kitchen roll. Bit of spare. Fold it, fold it, fold it, fold it, dip it, tap it. I'll give this a little stir and see what happens. Oh yeah, that's darker. Is this a necessary mod to the Mustang? No, but I already think that looks a lot nicer than that. Maybe if I can get a little closer. There's the difference in colour. Cut myself off a little bit of 1000. Wet it. It's a gunstock finish. Tru-Oil by Birchwood Casey. Bad news if you're in California. It says not for sale in the state of California. But I'm here in Austria, so I'm fine and dandy. Let's take that piece of kitchen roll, give it a fold, and what we're going to do, we're going to put a little bit of oil on there and just wipe it up and down the neck exactly like I did with the colouring oil. Now I used to put it on and then leave it overnight, but I realised that what it was doing, it was turning into like a finish, and I don't want a finish. I want just something to protect the wood and keep the moisture out. So I'm just using this small amount, and we're going to go up and down the neck just like I did with the colour. And this oil, I don't know if you can see it, but it doesn't really colour the wood. It just protects it, makes it shiny, and makes it slippery, which is why I'm using it. So that's that. I've rubbed that on. I'm going to leave that for 20 seconds. I'm going to take a fresh piece and take off the excess. Now this leaves it slightly sticky. I found that what needs to happen is that oil's in there doing its wonderful work, and already that looks like a much more expensive neck. I don't really want to touch it yet because I know that it will be sticky, ever so slightly. So from experience, I'm going to leave that way up and get back to it in about an hour. The Tru-Oil is in and done. The other oil is on the headstock, and that's now a little darker, looking really good. And with hindsight, I probably could have used Tru-Oil for the whole thing, but the Tru-Oil is more expensive, so yeah. Next thing to do is, I don't know if it's necessary, but I like to do it. It's the same by Birchwood Casey, the matching partner of the Tru-Oil. It's the gunstock wax. I like to add this to give it a bit more sheen, a bit more slidiness, slipperiness, whatever the word. So again, not much. That's the whole thing covered in wax now. I'm now going to let that sit for about 10 minutes and then buff it off with some kitchen roll.